Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Shake It Up. I'm your host, Imam Ibrahim, and I have with me here the star of, you said, North Springs High School.
Yep.
MashaAllah. He's the soccer extraordinaire. He is the magician on the field. He is the man, the myth, the legend. His name is Hasan Hammid. How you doing, brother?
I'm good. How are you, Sheikh?
Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. What's going on?
Not much. Just came here a little bit nervous with this, and it's fine once we get started.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure this is normal.
Oh, bro, you should be used to this. You're on the field. You got the crowd watching. You should be good. This is nothing, man. We got nobody in the room. It's just us.
It's different when I'm on the field. I have people saying, "Let's go!" after I do a crazy skill move. They're cheering me on.
Nice.
Until here, it's just like, I don't know. It's.
So we need some people cheering in the background for you.
Yeah, I need to hear some people out there just screaming, Hasan, Hasan, Hasan. That's what I need to hear, and I think I'll be more calm with that.
I don't know if we can do that here, but we'll see. We'll see what we can do. Maybe we'll edit something, or I don't know.
Just edit some background, like clapping, something like that would be funny.
Nice. So how old are you?
I am 17 years old. I just turned 17 last month, August 23rd.
MashaAllah. And you're a senior, you told me, right?
I'm a senior in high school right now, yes.
Nice. And you play for your school. What's that like? Tell me a little bit about that. What do you do?
I don't play for my school.
Oh, you don't? You play for something else?
I play for a club called MLS Next.
Okay.
And it's all the teams and the kids in the highest level of the United States youth leagues. And because it's leagues that you get scouted for pro teams, college, stuff like that, they don't the league doesn't allow you to play high school. They say they basically say we're too good for high school. You can't play high school, you can't do anything else, you can't join another team, you stick with that team.
Nice.
That's it. So they try to make it as professional as possible.
Pretty cool. And the guys that you play with, you always play with the same teammates, or does it switch around? Or
Yeah, same teammates, same team.
Okay, that way, so you develop a relationship with your teammates.
With the team, yeah.
All right. Hey, you travel around the country?
We do. So this year upcoming, we're gonna go to California for 3 games. It's like a showcase for pro coaches, colleges to come watch you play, and that's like the recruitment process. You email them and stuff like that, and they come watch you play. I have been to Florida many times. I've been to Florida so many times. Been to Virginia, Maryland, Texas. I think that's, just those places basically. It's just around the country.
What's your win-loss record?
Not at the top of my head, I don't. Are you talking about for this season or for?
I mean, your whole career, right?
My whole career? Okay, let me see. I'll do 1,000 nutmegs. 1,000 nutmegs per game.
Per game?
Maybe.
How many hat tricks per game?
Maybe three hat tricks.
This guy. Nice. So what position do you play?
I play left wing, right wing. So on the field, it's on the side. So I'm running up and down, going to defend, going to the middle, and going up. My main purpose for a left winger is to cross the ball into the box, or our strikers move for the score, go in, take shots, and help defend. So it's a lot of running. It's like
so they want you to be everywhere.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
Except the other side of the field. I'm the right wing. Don't go to the left wing unless
makes sense.
They're about to score. Then I can go and help defend.
Okay.
Like that. But
yeah. So just curious about this. If you're left wing, are you right-footed?
I'm right-footed and I can play left wing.
How?
So you can be on the left wing, and let's say I'm running down the line. I can fake a cross and turn back and cross with my right foot.
Oh, okay. So you're kind of turning your back and then you cross it in. Okay.
Or taking a shot, but at the same time, if I would to be a left wing, I also have to be good with my left foot. I have to be good with both feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But obviously, if you're right-footed, it's a little different, right?
Yeah, exactly. If I'm on the right foot, then I'm on the right wing, it's a little bit different. And stuff. But yeah.
Do they ever make you do free shots?
Free kicks?
Yeah.
I take them. I take them outside the box, very close. It's like me and one other player. We like take turns, kind of.
You know who's the best at that, right?
Not Ronaldo.
No, Pirlo.
Pirlo.
Bro, that guy was a magician.
Like
He's a magician, man. The way, like, so good.
It's just it's satisfying.
Yeah.
It's completely satisfying.
Yeah.
Everything. Yeah.
You got any favorite players?
I have Mohamed Salah, who plays for Liverpool. Shout out Liverpool behind me on that board.
He has the heart emoji and everything.
Yep, I put it there. He's great.
I wrote it. All right.
He made me look bad.
Yeah, I know. You're fine. You're fine. So Mohamed Salah, who else?
Mohamed Salah. Messi has to be one of there. I've watched him for a long time. And Ronaldinho and Neymar both, because I just love impressing the crowd with skills, and I look up to them like, okay, I'm gonna do whatever they did in that game, I'm gonna do it in my game. And I just practice it like in the weeks for the game. So I practice the same move like probably, like, no joke, like 100 times. So I do over and over because, you know.
And you intentionally do it in the game.
I intentionally do it in the game. So it's a lot of thinking during the game. I'm on the field and I'm thinking, like, in seconds, I'm thinking, okay, I'm gonna do this, and then I do it. Sometimes it doesn't work 100%, but that's because, you know, just need to practice a lot more, and not everything goes your way in the game. So, you know, but most of the time it does work, and it's the best feeling ever.
Nice.
It's the best feeling. You get this move, you beat the player, and you go in for goal, cross everything. It's the best feeling.
Nice. Have you ever made up your own moves?
I have not. I feel like it's just, you ever get that feeling where you're like, no one can make anything anymore? Like,
well, I mean, sometimes it just happens, right? Like, you're in the middle of the game and you just do something, and then you watch later and you're like, oh snap, you know, I just made up my own move.
I do it by accident.
Yeah.
And then it's just like, oh wow, like, you know, I just did that. Maybe
Nice.
I should try it again or something like that. Or sometimes it's an accident where it's impossible to try to do it on purpose the next time. But
yeah, there are those. Yeah.
It looks like I did it on purpose, and it just looks cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Mashallah.
Yeah.
So, how many hours a day do you practice? What does it take to be so, you know, like, proficient and you know, have a presence on the field? Right.
It takes a lot of hard work and dedication, a lot of practice. So, but because I'm in school right now, I don't have much time to practice by myself. So it's just, I go to school, go home for a couple minutes, and go straight to practice, my team practice. And then it's just that every single day.
And your team is all from here?
Yeah.
Nice.
It's mainly from Marietta, Powder Springs. So I just drive, and we have like our own facilities, our own field, and we just go to that same spot every single day. On the weekends, sometimes I go to fields by myself, so just by myself training, just to get myself better, you know?
Yeah.
Just because I feel like if you just train every day, just with the team, you're not getting better. You need to work on stuff that you personally need to work on, because in practice, you might not get the ball all the time. Whether when you're training by yourself, you know, you're just doing the same thing over and over and over, getting better at that specific thing.
So you have to do your due diligence with, you know, whatever you're trying to excel at.
Yeah.
Exactly. Okay. How many hours a day would you say your practice, both personal and with the team?
So, personal, I usually train an hour 30 by myself. With the team, it's an hour 30.
So 3 hours every day?
No, I mean, every, like, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I'm with the team, an hour 30. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, hour 30 by myself.
Okay.
Or sometimes Friday, Saturday, I take a day off, Sunday by myself. So it just varies depending on, like, what the day is like, especially if it's going to rain. Like, I'm not going to go out there if it's going to rain. I mean, playing while it rains.
Bro, a wet soccer ball is really hard to deal with.
It is.
It's so heavy.
It is, and it's so slippery.
Yeah.
The ball comes to you, and you touch it, it just slips away. It goes in the air, everything. I love playing in the rain because I'm wet playing, slide tackling.
Yeah.
The only thing is just I hate, like, just dribbling with the ball when it's wet, because it's slippery. It's really hard.
Or the worst is when you're trying to head it and it's like it's just a splash.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
It's all muddy and grass and all that.
Oh no, the worst is playing in the winter time.
Oh man,
your skin is like not like it's
like in the snow or just in the
like
cold?
Just in the cold. Like it does. It
Really?
Can be in the snow.
I actually like the cold because when you start running, you're all warmed up.
That's true, but your skin is still weak. So let's say you get hit, someone hits you, it's like.
Oh yeah, it feels worse than normal. Yeah.
Or this happened to me many times. the ball just slaps you in the face. Someone kicks the ball at your face, and it's just painful. Just only because it's cold outside. So, and that's what it is. Especially if you get slide tackle, you get hit in the ankle. When it's cold, you just gotta be careful.
It's more painful. Yeah. Have you ever gotten any injuries or anything like that?
Yeah. I did break my arm playing. I think it was like 3 years ago. I had the ball and I was dribbling, and some kid like put his foot out. It was a good tackle from him, and he put his foot out, and I tripped on the ball.
You landed wrong.
I landed on my arm. It was bad. It was like this part, my left wrist, it was fractured and dislocated. So it was just like that. When my arm was just like that, it was just.
That's crazy. SubhanAllah. Yeah, I mean, I tore my ACL playing soccer, but we were just casually playing in Medina. So
really,
yeah, ACL tear hurts. So
no, yeah, and it's like a year's worth of recovery. Usually 6 months, depending on how bad it is, 6 months to a year.
I mean, I haven't played soccer since. This was back in 2018. Okay. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna focus on lifting and like, you know, just make sure I'm generally healthy and do biking and stuff like that. I was racing with my siblings, and I'm still faster than them, right? But while I was running, they took from my hamstring for the ACL surgery. So they take from either your hamstring or quad. Right. So they took from my hamstring, and I'm racing with my brother, and I'm beating him, and then I pull my hamstring. And then this guy thinks he's faster than me. It's like
always tries to find a way.
Sibling rivalries are you know,
either the best. They get heated. They're only the best if you win.
But no one gets under your skin like your siblings. All right. So tell me this. I'm curious. Muslim, praying 5 times a day. But then, you know, sometimes you got games, you're traveling around, sometimes it's during Ramadan. What's that like? Tell us a little bit about that.
First, praying, it's if I have a game, usually they're in the morning, so I pray Fajr, and I play my game, and then I'm still ready for Dhuhr and stuff like that also. But sometimes they're in the afternoon, and sometimes I can't pray Maghrib usually it's during Maghrib.
Yeah, those are like the primetime games or whatever,
right? Exactly, yeah. So I can't, it's hard to pray Maghrib during those times, or even also sometimes.
Even during like halftime and all that?
Yeah, because it's just like, it's just so much, you know, you're tired. Sometimes you're not even thinking about it. Like you're just like, okay, you know, you're tired, the game's 1-1, 0-0. You're just thinking about the game. You're not really thinking about, I have prayer. As bad as it sounds, it's just, you know, you're just focused on the game. Yeah. But of course, I go home, I make it up, of course. Yeah. And then pray Isha, and then do whatever, eat. And yeah, it's a lot to think about for praying and playing. So as it goes for playing Ramadan is a different beast. It's different. I'm fasting, and I play my games while I'm fasting. I've never broke my fast.
Mashallah.
Unless I play a game, I'm traveling.
Yeah, okay. Florida, so if you're traveling,
then it's, you know, an exception. Yeah. But when it's here, I don't break my fast. I'm playing, especially when it's just like, I don't know why, it just motivates me more because, you know, like. You
actually play better when you're fasting?
I have actually, like, I don't know how to explain it.
That's that Deen power, bro. Yeah, exactly. That Deen power.
Yeah, so it was one time I was fasting and, like, I was playing, it was in the morning, and the sun's beating on me, and I'm just like, you know, and I don't tell them, I want to keep playing, so I'm not telling my coach, you know.
Sub or anything, yeah.
Yeah. But I do need water, but I just want to play. Like, I don't want, like, fasting to stop me playing. And it's just, it's painful because, you know, your mouth and your throat is just, like, so dry, and it's such a crazy experience. And then after the game, I still got a couple hours so I could eat and drink. So what I do is just after the game, go home, pray, and I just sleep. It's the best thing is just sleep. Yeah. So especially after a game. And then I also have, like, my teammates and my friends, they're like, how are you doing this? If this was me, I would be dead. Like, I can't.
MashaAllah. So you get a little bit of dawah in there, right?
Yeah.
MashaAllah.
Yeah, 100%.
They respect you more with that?
They do. It's like, you know, you follow your religion so hard that you're playing a game in this heat and no water, no food, no nothing. And they're like, that's crazy. I would never be able to do this. And I'm just telling them, like, yeah, like, I'm doing this because just for my, for my religion, for the deen, the faith, everything like this. And I get a lot of respect for it, for my coaches, the players, the other players' parents. It's, it's a lot of respect, and I love it a lot. I love the respect. It's a big thing I love.
Did you ever feel shy to tell them that you're Muslim, or you just say it?
No, I just say it. I just say it. And usually I say it after they say something like, oh, let's go do this. I'm like, no, I have to go home. I have to go pray. I'm, like, this is the first time, like, I meet them, first time I know them. Like, I'm Muslim, I have to go pray. I can't really stay out at night and stuff like that. And they're like, oh, wow, okay. And they also respect that because, I could be going out and having some fun at my friend's house, this and that, and I stay home and pray. Sometimes I do go to my friend's house and I still pray there. They'd be like, okay, you can go pray.
Yeah.
But yeah, they still respect it a lot. Respect it a lot that, I'm dedicated for my religion and stuff like that. So the respect is there. It's there for my friends. And it's also good with them because they respect it. I don't really have friends that are like, no, skip this prayer and come have fun with this. Skip this prayer and do this. And it's good to be around people like that, that are like respectable for it, and they tell you, no man, just focus on your religion, just do this, and we can do this later and stuff like that. So
mashallah, that's awesome. And what about when you're playing? Obviously, you're traveling a lot. You're busy with games and stuff like that. How does that play in with your family?
My family. I don't go out. I don't travel that much, but when I do, I just go out with me and my dad. So we're just out, and we either we still text my family, how are you, and FaceTime them, like, oh, how is it, this, that. And usually we're not even out for that long. Just sometimes it's just like Saturday and Sunday we're gone, and we come back Sunday night, Monday, and stuff like that. But sometimes it does oh, I miss my family, I miss my mom's cooking and stuff like that, and not just eating fast food while I'm there. Unless I'm in California eating In-N-Out, I'm fine with it. When I'm at In-N-Out,
I don't know. I feel like I know the California fans are gonna feel weird about this, but I feel like In-N-Out is a little overrated. But
a lot of people told me that before I ate it. After I ate it, I felt the hype was real. It was there.
Okay.
It was there. I don't know. To me, it is probably not better than McDonald's, but it's good. It's good. I love McDonald's. As crazy as that sounds, and as nasty as that sounds, I love McDonald's. It's good.
All right, makes sense, I guess. I mean, it doesn't, but whatever, right? So, traveling a lot with your parents and stuff like that, have you ever had any embarrassing moments where your siblings or your parents are on the bleachers or watching, and then you do something and they're like screaming, going crazy, and all that?
Yes, and that is my mom. My mom. And I know a lot of people can relate to this. It's just, I understand it's overprotectiveness of mom, the mothers and stuff like that, but it's like, wow, she is the loudest person on the field, and she's in the bleachers, and I do something, and the funny thing is that she doesn't even understand soccer like that. So she's like, I get the ball, she's kick it. I'm like, that's not how it works. I don't just get
your coach is like, don't kick it.
She's just screaming, do this, like it's.
She gets into it though.
She is into it. She is screaming my name, and I just know. And my dad's there, probably I'm not with her. And it's just like my dad telling me, the parents, the people just look at her like she's crazy.
Those are the best moments though. That's what my mom was like with my siblings. Mm-hmm. So that we put them in it's like pee-wee soccer, sort of, the younger ones, right? The little league, yeah. So my mom is she's wearing a jilbab and a hijab, and it's all these other they're all Muslims, normal people, I guess. And when they're playing, my mom's just screaming on the sideline
No, exactly. That's how it is. That's exactly how it is. To the point where I'm not playing good because all I hear is Hasan, go, and the behind me, I'm like, I can't focus. She's the only one screaming in the whole field.
Have you ever busted out laughing?
No, I was about to. I'm just like, I just almost laughed because of how embarrassed I was. Not just how funny she was, just how embarrassed I was. And it was just like, I tell her this all the time after the games. I'm like, Mama, you can't scream like this. You can't scream things that are impossible to do on the field. And she's like, okay, I won't do it next time. Next time she comes, she does the same thing. After the game, you're banned. You're never coming to my games ever again. I'm sorry. She never comes.
But it must be nice having your family there and like.
It is nice.
Well, is it different if you have your family in the crowd versus they're not in the crowd?
I feel like it is because when they are in the crowd, it's more pressure because they think like they're just watching me like, oh, I hope he does good, and if I do a mistake or something like that, I don't want them to think like, oh, I'm actually trash. Like it is different when they're not there. I feel like I have less pressure on my shoulders. It's weird because with other parents watching, other spectators, it's fine. But when it's my family there, I feel like it's more pressure. I don't know. I can't explain. It's just more pressure.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
For me, it's the opposite. When I played in a league that was like, it's like older people league.
Okay. Yeah.
And when my parents were watching, I actually felt better in that one. Really? But I don't know.
It's the complete opposite for me. I don't know why. I mean,
I guess everyone is different in that regard.
Yeah. I mean, I love it when they come. Like, they're watching me play and stuff like that. But I don't know, it just puts more pressure on me for some reason. I don't know. I think that's just me personally. But yeah, I mean, it's really cool. I love if they can come to my games as much as possible, then I'm fine with it. As long as I get used to it, It just takes time to get used to.
All the screaming.
My mom's screaming. I won't get used to that. That's the only thing I won't get used to.
Mashallah. So you're in high school now. Mm-hmm. Going to college, inshallah, right? Inshallah. So you said you're a senior?
I'm a senior in high school, yes.
Nice. What college are you trying to go to?
I'm already going to Mercer University. It's in Macon, Georgia. I've committed to play with them to play D1 soccer. Nice. So the coach came to one of the games, scouted me, he loved me, gave me a huge scholarship, looked around the campus, and I was just like, it's not far from home either. Just an hour 30 away from home, and it's not bad. It's a great soccer team. Their soccer team is very good.
Nice.
Very good soccer team. And academically, it is like top 3, top 4 out of the whole all state of Georgia. Pretty cool. It is great academically.
You're gonna play the same position, or?
That's what I want to do, but I'm gonna be playing with a different coach. So in his eyes, he can see me as like me playing in the middle. So he'd be like, I see you better in the middle, how you play. So he can put me in the middle and I can adapt to it. Or he just be like, you're better on the wing and you'll stay on the wing. Okay. So it's just how he looks at me.
Okay. So basically he sets wherever you're going to be. All right.
He chooses who gets to be on the team. He chooses who gets a scholarship, all that.
Isn't Modric, does he play middle?
He did
Modric plays middle.
He plays.
He's pretty good.
He is. For as old as he is, he's a great player. He's
and him and the 2 other guys, I forgot their names, in Croatia in the last World Cup.
Rakitic.
Yeah.
Barcelona though.
But I was talking about during the World Cup. The 3 of them. They were like insanely good.
Yeah, it was Modric, Rakitic. Modric played for Real Madrid. Rakitic played for Barcelona. And I forgot who the third one is. That was 2018. That was a while ago.
It was.
They shocked the world.
Croatia was like a big deal.
It's like who? Croatia in the World Cup finals? Like, I've never heard of this. Some people have never heard of this country before.
Yeah.
So it was a big thing.
You rooting for anyone this year?
Argentina.
Why?
I have to see Messi win a World Cup. I have to.
Oh my God.
I have to.
But he doesn't have a team. Like, that's the problem.
Now they have been 34 games unbeaten right now. They have been unbeaten so far.
I don't know. I feel like Argentina, it's the same with Ronaldo.
Yeah.
Portugal, Argentina. It's like, I mean, he had, what's his name?
Portugal?
No, in Argentina. Messi had that other guy as well.
There was Dybala, Higuain, Di Maria. Yeah. He is. I feel like he's so underrated. He's definitely underrated. He doesn't get as much credit as he deserves.
But they don't have that much of a defense.
No, they don't.
That's the problem. It's like all the pressure's on Messi, and then they do great against like lower tier teams, but as soon as they start hitting against Germany or against France or whatever, it's
they have strong striker, midfield, and defense. I feel like, I mean, that's also a lot for other countries too. They either have a good defense and not very good up top, good midfield, not good defense strikers, or just a good strikers and the rest is kind of mid. But I mean, there are some teams like France. France is good just all around.
Well, those guys are stacked, but it's not even France. That's Africa. They were so salty about that, but we all know it's true. You know, like half the team is Muslim.
Yeah, exactly.
Mashallah. What's your dream team? Let's say hypothetical situation. You do great in college, and now you have an opportunity to play for whatever league you want.
Whatever league I want.
Like we're talking, you know, European leagues, South American leagues. You know.
For me, definitely play in England in the Premier League. That's just, I feel like that's
with
Liverpool, Liverpool, Chelsea, Man United, Man City. But
is Chelsea still playing?
They are, yeah.
I thought they had a whole thing with the manager or something.
I think they, I just realized they kicked off their manager. They sacked him. So sacked him means like they fired him. And he was good, and everyone was going crazy. Just because they lost a couple of games doesn't mean you should just sack him. Like he won the Champions League, he won the Premier League, and you just disrespect a manager like that. Like that's. I feel like that's crazy.
That's crazy.
I feel like
so you'd play for a British team, is what you're saying?
I would, but that's like every kid's dream. It's like 1% chance. I mean, it's every kid's dream to play there. So. I mean, who knows? Only Allah knows, inshallah, what happens for my future. Stuff like that. Yeah,
inshallah, brother. What about national teams?
I would love to play.
I mean, clearly.
I got
Palestine.
So yeah, my father is from Palestine. I could play there, but I mean, it's complicated what's going on. I could play for the U.S. national team. You know, just have to get scouted, and I could play for the Guatemalan national team. My mom was born in Guatemala. And
cool.
She was raised there until she was like 4 or 5, and then she moved here to America. But
you speak Spanish?
When I was younger, I used to speak Spanish.
Okay.
I think I was like maybe 5 or 6, and my mom used to talk to me in Spanish, and I was kind of fluent. Same thing in Arabic. My dad used to talk to me. I used to be fluent in those. But that's when we lived in Qatar. So I used to live in Qatar for 3 years. And that's when I knew all that stuff. And then after Qatar, we moved to America, and everything was just English. So I just, they kind of stopped talking to me in Arabic and Spanish because, so much stuff moving from another country.
Makes sense.
And it was just English, and then I just kind of forgot it all.
But you can probably pick it up quicker.
Right? I probably can. I probably can. My dad and mom still speak to me in Spanish and in Arabic. So, I mean, it still takes time. It still takes time. But inshallah, I will learn all 3 languages.
Inshallah, bro. We gotta have you multilingual national player, on the big screens, inshallah.
Oh, yeah, inshallah.
Which World Cup, 2030? Or no, sooner than that. We gotta look out for you in 2026.
Or 2026, yeah, basically.
That's what, all right. 2026, we're gonna go back to this episode.
Make this episode go viral, and we'll look back at it.
Inshallah, bro. Inshallah, aim high.
Exactly. Aim high and work hard, but most importantly is still focus on your deen and your religion.
Of course,
that's the main thing. Because if you don't have that, then you just everything kind of breaks down, and you lose the deen, and you're just focused on soccer, focused on school, focused on all that stuff, and you just left behind your religion, which is one of the worst things that can happen to a human being.
Yeah.
So,
inshallah, may Allah keep you strong and keep you firm on your deen, and successful in your games and your endeavors. I want to hear some good news, inshallah, in the future.
Inshallah.
We'll get you on for another podcast as well. We're running short on time.
Okay.
But Hasan, thank you so much.
Thank you,
guys. Check him out on. We'll post the video on the. Okay. We'll post the video on our social media as well. Mm-hmm. You get to see his tricks. No hat tricks there, but we'll.
No hat tricks. Inshallah, if I get a hat trick, I'll send it to you and you post it as soon as possible.
I got you, bro. I got you. Inshallah. Habibi, Jazakallah khair for joining us. Guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and do all that good stuff. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.
Assalamu alaikum.